Let me ask you a question. Have you ever looked at your business bank accounts and said, man, we're making money, but this feels so stressful? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Joe, a licensed certified public accountant with over 10 years' experience in corporate and public accounting. I have an extensive background in accounting, audits, and taxes, and I'm all about helping you take control of your money and live smarter. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and turn on all notifications. And check out the blog site where we post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If that's you, the problem isn't sales. It's that your business doesn't have a budget. Today, I want to talk about why setting up a business budget is one of the most important things you can do as a small business owner, and how it gives you clarity, confidence, and control over your money. Most small business owners avoid budgeting for a few reasons. They avoid it because it feels restrictive. It sounds complicated, and they think budgets are only for big companies. But here's the truth: a budget isn't about restriction, it's about direction. Without a budget, even financial decisions become a guess. A business budget is simply a plan for your money. A business budget can answer questions like: how much do I expect to make? What do I need to spend? When is cash coming in? And when is cash going out? And here's what it's not permanent, it's not a punishment, it's not a one time document. A good budget evolves with your business. One of the biggest misconceptions in business is this: that misconception is that profits and cash flow are the same, and they're not. You can be profitable and still not have enough cash to pay bills. A budget helps you to see when cash will be tight, when big expenses are coming, whether growth is actually affordable. That is visible power. Having a budget within your business helps to make financial and operational decisions a lot easier. Instead of asking, can I afford this right now? You ask, does this fit into the plan? That applies to hiring, marketing spending, equipment purchase, expansion decisions. Budget remove emotions and replace it with clarity. Financial stress usually comes from uncertainty. As a business owner, there's already enough stress, but having a budget can help to reduce surprises, create structure within your organization, and give you control. Even when revenues fluctuate, and it will, a budget helps to keep you grounded. You stop reacting and start leading. One of the biggest shockers for business owners, especially new business owners, is tax time. A budget can help you to plan for estimated tax payments. It'll help you to set money aside monthly, and it'll help you to avoid scramble or panic come tax season. Taxes should never be a surprise. They should always be planned for in your business. Let's take a look at what should be covered in your business budget. Your business budget should include all of these and adjust it to however your business is set up. So you want to have your revenues, which has conservative estimates. You don't want to just throw anything out there, but you want to be conservative with how much you think you'll bring in. And if you have multiple streams of income, then you're going to have multiple estimates for those revenues. You're going to have your fixed expenses, such as rent, software, insurance, and loan payments. These are usually the expenses that we know are going to be the same every month. And then we're going to estimate what our variable expenses are going to be. Again, we're going to give conservative estimates. And these are usually variables are such as marketing, supplies, and contractors. These are more of those variables that, depending on our output, will determine what our input is, or depending on what your input is, will determine the output. You're going to want to make sure you put yourself in there for owner's salary or a draw, depending on the setup of your business. We're going to want to make sure we cover taxes for federal and state estimates. And then we're going to have our reserve funds, which is going to be that emergency fund and future investments. This is where most budgets fail. They forget taxes and to pay themselves as an owner. And what's the reason for having this budget? It helps lenders and partners look for financial awareness, predictability, and planning ability. And then it helps you with getting funds easier. So your budget's going to show that you understand your business and you're a low risk borrower. So now you get more of that funding from either whether it's a business loan or if you're looking to take on more investors to grow your capital. Now, let me help you to avoid some future frustration. Avoid some of these mistakes and it'll help you in the future. You don't want to overestimate your revenues. You don't want to forget any annual expenses. That are some things like your insurance, or if there's some kind of fees or subscriptions that you pay maybe once a year. You definitely don't want to mix personal and business finances. And be sure that when you create your budget, you go back and you revisit it. Oftentimes people will create it and then they'll forget about it. A budget only works if you actually use it. At minimum, you should review it at least monthly, compare your budget to your actual, and adjust as needed. Budgets aren't about perfection, they're about awareness. Just remember, in your business, a budget's going to help you to protect your cash flow. Now we have a better idea of what's coming in and what's going out. It's going to help to reduce that stress because now you know you can time your expenses a lot better and same with your income. So you're prepared for those slowdown seasons and you're prepared for those busy seasons. Budgets help to support growth. Remember, when you have a budget and you go to a lender or you're looking to grow your investment by going to get investors, having that budget shows that you understand your business and where you are. And a budget makes you proactive. So instead of being reactive to your finances, now you're being proactive. A budget in a business is not optional. It's the foundation and can be a core to leading to your growth. If your business finances feel reactive, the missing piece is often the business budget. Remember, a budget is going to give you the 3 C's: clarity, confidence, and control. And that's something that every small business owner deserves. If you're not sure where to start, remember simplicity over complexity. And if this video helped you, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more small business accounting advice. And comment budget below if you want a simple small business budget template. And be sure to come back next week where we're going to talk about how to manage cash flow in your business. Remember, running a business is hard. Your money shouldn't feel like a mystery.